The 25th of June, 2024. Inner Mongolia. A capsule streaks through the atmosphere and parachutes down inside. Nearly 2 kilograms of rocks from a place no human had ever touched. The far side of the moon. China just pulled off what NASA, Russia, and every other space agency failed to do for 65 years. They landed on the far side, collected samples, brought them home, and what they found is rewriting everything we thought we knew about the moon. For all of human history, we've stared at the same face of the moon. The other half, completely hidden. Locked away by tidal locking, the moon's rotation matches its orbit, so one side permanently faces Earth. The far side remained a total mystery until 1959, when Soviet Luna 3 sent back grainy photos. What those photos showed shocked everyone. The near side has dark plains, ancient lava seas, but the far side, only 1% lava. The rest is absolutely destroyed, cratered beyond recognition. The two sides look nothing alike. For decades, scientists could only guess why. They mapped it, photographed it, but nobody had rocks, nobody had proof. Until China's Chang'e 4 landed there in January 2019, first landing ever. They deployed the U-2 rover and started exploring. But the far side faces away from Earth permanently, no direct communication. So China launched a relay satellite that sits in space, acting as a bridge. Brilliant. Chang'e 4 found weird minerals and buried volcanic rock. But China wanted actual samples. So they launched Chang'e 6 inches, May 2024. June 1st, 2024. Chang'e 6 touches down in the South Pole-Aitken basin, the biggest impact crater in the entire solar system, 2,500 kilometers wide, formed 4.25 billion years ago when a planet-sized asteroid slammed into the moon with the force of 1 trillion atomic bombs. For 2 days, Chang'e 6 drilled and scooped. It collected 1,935 grams of lunar material. Then it launched back to orbit and headed home. June 25th, the capsule landed. The first samples ever returned from the far side. China opened those containers and found something nobody predicted. Fragments of water-bearing asteroids making up 30% of the samples. These CI chondrites are so fragile they almost never survive hitting Earth's atmosphere. But on the moon, preserved for billions of years. Why does this matter? These asteroids are loaded with water, and the discovery proves water-bearing asteroids bombarded the early moon and Earth billions of years ago. Scientists believe these asteroids may have delivered the water that filled Earth's oceans. The water that made life possible. China just found the smoking gun. But that's not all. Chinese scientists analyzed the volcanic basalt and dated it to 2.83 billion years old. Proof that volcanic activity on the far side lasted way longer than anyone thought. And the chemical composition showed these rocks formed at temperatures 100 degrees Celsius cooler than near-side rocks. The far side's interior is colder than the near side. The moon has a temperature asymmetry running through its entire mantle. Then, in October 2025, they measured the water content of the far side's mantle for the first time. It's drastically lower than the near side. The two sides aren't just different on the surface, they're different all the way down. Why? The South Pole-Aitken impact. That colossal collision redistributed the moon's internal heat. The explosion caused the mantle to overturn, concentrating heat on the near side while leaving the far side depleted. Over billions of years, the near side became volcanically active. The far side became cold and dead. But here's the discovery turning lunar science upside down. In January 2026, Chinese scientists revealed they'd found creep basalt fragments dating back 4.2 billion years, the oldest creep basalt ever discovered. Creep stands for potassium, rare earth elements, and phosphorus radioactive materials that drive volcanic activity. Before Chang'e 6, creep was only found on the near side. Scientists thought it didn't exist on the far side. China just proved otherwise. The presence of both 4.2 billion year old creep-rich basalt and 2.8 billion year old creep-poor basalt means something fundamental changed in the moon's magma source over 1.4 billion years. The far side's geology is way stranger than anyone imagined. Chinese scientists also detected extreme potassium isotope variations way higher than Apollo samples. They confirmed the South Pole-Aitken impact altered the isotope composition deep in the lunar mantle. The explosion created temperatures so extreme it vaporized lighter isotopes. For the first time, they obtained ancient magnetic field data from the far side, revealing the moon's magnetic field may have rebounded billions of years ago, critical for understanding how the moon's core evolved. Now, here's what should make you pay attention. China is sharing some of this data. They've invited foreign scientists to analyze samples. 10 international teams, including 5 from the US, presented proposals in Wuhan. But there's a but. All experimental work happens in Chinese labs. Foreign scientists participate in writing papers, but they don't get direct access to the physical samples. They rely on China's published findings, and Chinese researchers are publishing groundbreaking discoveries at a rapid pace. 4 major studies in Nature alone. Professor Mahesh Anand from the UK said these findings are turning many well-established hypotheses in lunar science upside down, necessitating re-examination of many theories. China is rewriting lunar science with exclusive access. Now, let's talk about what's really happening. China isn't just exploring for science. They're building an International Lunar Research Station near the South Pole. Russia, Saudi Arabia, Venezuela, Pakistan, all signed on. Chang'e, 7 launches in 2026 to survey for water ice. Chang'e 8 follows in 2028 to test resource extraction, learning how to live off the land. NASA's Bill Nelson has warned this is a new space race. He's concerned China might claim territory and say, "This is ours, stay out." International space law is murky. The Outer Space Treaty doesn't address resource extraction or territorial control of research stations. And the far side? Most valuable real estate in the solar system. Why? It's radio silent. Earth's billions of radio transmissions are completely blocked by the moon. It's the quietest place in the inner solar system. Perfect for radio telescopes, listening to faint cosmic signals. NASA plans to place a radio telescope on the far side in 2027, but China's already there. They've already landed twice. Here's what China discovered that they're not emphasizing. The far side preserves a better record of ancient solar system history than Earth. Earth has plate tectonics. Crust gets recycled. Craters erode. The moon? No atmosphere. No erosion. Craters from 4 billion years ago are still there, untouched. And those water-bearing asteroid fragments? They suggest water delivery to Earth was way more common than we thought. These impacts may have seeded our oceans, made life possible. China found evidence of humanity's origin story buried in lunar dust. But here's the question nobody's asking. What else is in those samples that China hasn't published yet? What are they finding that they're keeping classified. Because make no mistake, space exploration is strategic. China's not doing this just for science. They're doing it for resources, territory, leverage, and they're winning. So what is China hiding on the dark side of the moon? Maybe nothing. Maybe everything they've found is already published. Or maybe they're sitting on discoveries that will change everything. Discoveries about water, resources, ancient impacts, the moon's formation. We won't know until they decide to tell us.
And what
by
they
then,
found is rewriting everything
they'll already
we
be
thought we
building
knew about
bases,
the moon. For all of human
extracting
history, we've
resources,
stared
claiming the high ground. The far side isn't dark anymore. China turned on the lights, and what they found is rewriting everything.